We're suffering through a 20-2 run second half. Came in, hit a little one-handed flip shot and 2 defensive boards and a couple of nice defensive plays. Can you just talk about maybe turning that thing around and what was going through your head?
I think it's just kind of my role. You got to go in there and you got to bring a positive spark to the team and turn whether it's bad energy into good energy or keep the good energy rolling. I think I had to go out there and we needed a bucket, and I was able to get the big guy sealed on my back and shoot a jump hook, which is something I'm pretty confident in. So we were able to get that and turn it around and get us going in the right direction, which is something that I pride myself on.
Mitch, I think K-State had lost 4 straight, and then obviously now wins over Texas Tech and at Texas. What do you see from them? Have you seen anything that sticks out or anything that?
Yeah, I watched their last 2 games, and they definitely turned it around. In the games they lost, they were in all those games. I think they lost 2 of them by 3 points. Yeah. So that they were in those games. It wasn't like they were getting blown out of those games. So they're definitely a good team, and I think that they're definitely going to have the ability to come in and compete in every game they play in. So we gotta lock in, and we gotta take this extremely serious.
You know what that atmosphere is like. Do you like it?
Yeah, no, I hope it's like the K-State we know, and it's jumping there and their fans are getting rowdy, and I think all of us can appreciate that, and playing in those environments is something that I think these younger guys need to learn to appreciate, because not everybody gets the opportunity to do that, and the hostile environments are usually the most fun to play in.
Did you see much of their super small lineup?
They played small a couple of times. I saw that. They had the 2 big guys or 3 big guys that I know pretty well, playing against them in the past, and they've added some transfers and stuff like that. So they're a little bit different than they were last year, and I think that's something that scouting report can help us to learn them, since we haven't played against a couple of those guys. They do have a really quick lineup though. That one lineup they have is super quick. A couple of really small guards, and that gives them the ability to get downhill and get out in transition and stuff like that. So you gotta definitely lock into that.
Sure, you guys have posted CB and Ochsong, right? I mean, sure that could come into play against guards.
Yeah, you got Ochai and CB are both pretty big for guards. Ochai is a pretty strong guy, so it allows him to post up pretty successfully, and then CB's being almost my height, so that gives him the ability to get some of those angles and get some of those baskets so you don't have to work for as much.
How's that risk for Ochai?
I haven't talked to him. Yeah. He's been around, so I assume he's okay. But
for delivery,
nah, it's all good. He's been doing okay, I think.
Kansas recent history has been so successful. Bramlage 28-5. Is that something that you guys talk about that you need to carry on, and you talk to the young guys about what we need to do to continue that?
I would say I don't think that we talk about it a ton. I would say that it's kind of like a go out there and compete every night and play our best ball, and if we do that, it gives us the best opportunity to win. And I think coaches give us a great game plan, and if we follow that and we play like we're supposed to play, it gives us a great opportunity to win those games. So going and play out there, I mean, it's a very fun atmosphere. Like I said before, it's a hostile atmosphere, but that's often some of the most fun time you can have playing basketball.
You talked about Coach, I guess Remy as well, dealing with something. How's he looking?
From what I know, I'm no doctor, but those guys look good. I think that we can get out there and hopefully play our best basketball as a team coming up soon. So once we get to do that, I think this team has some special heights we can reach.
How much have you guys advanced as far as clicking and coming together in the last couple of weeks? I know Remy's been out, but
yeah,
it seems like kind of the rest is
yeah, I think close games like that. You had the Iowa State game, you had last game, like close games like that can bring teams closer together. Figuring out ways to win those games where you don't play great, you have Ochai getting hurt, you're missing Remy. Like you find ways to win those close games. That helps teams to take a step forward, become closer as a team. And just imagine if we can get everybody playing together on the same page, then hopefully we can really make a run at being great.
Does it feel like you're closer? to that?
Yeah, I definitely feel like we're taking a step in that right direction. Being able to get all the guys clicking is something that has been a focus for us as teammates. And I think all of us are pretty on the same page when it comes to making sure everyone is playing their best basketball. We all want each other playing great. We all want each other to succeed. And if we can all help lift each other up, then our team will be off or far better than previous.
Is it fair that it takes time now? I mean, when you look at you and Ocho and Dave and guys that have been here for year after year, just kind of keep rolling that over. Maybe the expectation is, hey, that's where we're going to be in December or early January. But with 10 new faces and transfers and that being kind of what college basketball is these days, do people need to kind of accept that it's going to take a little longer every year?
Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of have to understand that the landscape of college basketball has changed a little bit. You got a bunch of transfers and with the new transfer rules, and then you got new freshmen. With our team, like you said, 10 new faces. Like it's not all going to click right away. Like we've had when you see the older guys out there playing together, like Ochai, CB, Dave, myself, like guys like that have been playing together and DeJuan like 3 or 4 to 5 years. Like that's hard to get that chemistry in 6 months. So it's a matter of building up the cohesiveness of our team. I think that we have the ability to do that. And I think throughout this year, we'll be able to see more of that teamwork and more of that like scoring off of just each other's actions and just knowing each other better is something that I think is pretty valuable for us to be good.
I think you back off that a little bit, Mitch. How much do you have to, if something goes awry with some of the younger guys, how much do you have to tell them, look, you kind of need to, I guess, trust the process, is other terms, right? How much do you get them to say, hey, look, this will come, just stick with it?
I think it's pretty evident for them. I mean, you don't really have to say anything. You look at guys like you got a bunch of not older, but like you got a bunch of guys that have been here for a while, pretty experienced. Like trusting the process has worked out for Oach, trusting the process has worked out for CB, DeJuan, Dave, myself. Like it's pretty evident. So I don't think we have to go out there and preach it to them. Like they can see it. So it's something that I think those guys can see us going out there every day and working and putting in the hours, putting in the work, listening to scout report and doing the little things. And I think that allows these younger guys to see that example and hopefully follow it.
But just like Matt had said, college basketball these days though can be a little bit different. A lot of guys don't want to do it, don't want to put in that work though. So you see the motivation from them, just that, hey, look, like you said, looking at you, looking at guys who've been around here for 3, 4, 5 years, that maybe you might have to take a little bit of humble pie now coming in because you used to be in the big shot. Now this is what will come off in the end.
I think, yeah, college basketball is different, but also at the same time, I think people understand that, hey, like it's going to take a little bit of time to get to where you want to be. Like college basketball, you can't just come in and, hey, now you're a All-American. Like there are people that can do that. Don't get me wrong, but I think right now, like you got to come in, pay your dues and play your best basketball while also getting better at basketball. Like you got to understand that, hey, there's guys that have been doing this and might know some of the stuff, but it takes a second for them to, or not them, but it takes a second for anybody that's new in this new college basketball world to understand that, hey, it's going to take some time to figure it out.